Welcome to Básico Inglés 4.0, the radio show with Kyle Miller. Following class by class, step by step, the material of Básico Inglés 4.0 on Aprende Inglés TV. Class 86. Let's go! Beginner. Welcome to Class 86. And as always on the program today, we will begin with a review, repaso, a review of the material from the last class. In the last class, we were talking about the present continuous used as the future. I am going to the beach next week. I am doing my homework on Sunday night. Okay? I'm taking the train tomorrow. So here, we're using the present continuous. I'm taking the train, which is present. Present continuous. I am taking the train. Plus a reference to the future. Tomorrow. I'm taking the train tomorrow. I'm flying to Canada next summer. I'm flying to Canada. It seems like I'm talking about the present. I'm flying to Canada. Tomorrow, or in the summer, in the future, we make a reference to the future. I'm leaving the office later. I'm leaving the office later. I'm leaving the office. Ahora? No. Later. Más tarde. I'm leaving the office later. So we saw this structure, one of the forms to speak in the future. Now we have seen the future with will. We have seen the future with going to plus infinitive. I'm going to eat at home tomorrow. And we've seen the present continuous used as future. I'm eating at home tomorrow. I'm staying in tomorrow night. I'm staying in. I'm staying at home. So now ask me if I'm staying at the office late tomorrow. Kyle, are you staying at the office late tomorrow? No, I'm not. I'm not staying at the office late tomorrow. Ask me if I'm leaving early tomorrow. Are you leaving early tomorrow? No, I'm not. I'm not leaving early tomorrow. Ask me if I'm flying to Canada next week. Are you flying to Canada next week? No, I'm not. I'm not flying to Canada next week. Ask me if I'm staying in a hotel tomorrow night. Kyle, are you staying in a hotel tomorrow night? No, I'm not staying in a hotel tomorrow night. To stay in a hotel. Right? To sleep in a hotel. We say to stay in a hotel. Ask me if I'm bringing my books to the office tomorrow. Kyle, are you bringing your books to the office tomorrow? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm bringing my books to the office tomorrow. Very good. All right, let's take a break for our word of the day. Word of the day. Yes, it is time for our word of the day. The word of the day today is a verb. Es un verbo. It's a verb, which is poseer, to own, to own. O-W-N, to own. I own a lot of books. I own 4 pairs of jeans. Vaqueros. I own 4 pairs of jeans. I own a lot of books. I don't own a car. I own a bicycle, but I don't own a car. I use the metro. I don't own a car. I don't own a truck. I own a bicycle, but I don't own a motorcycle. Okay? Now we can move on here in Class 86 to talk about the future conditional, the first conditional, or the future conditional. I like to call this tense the future conditional because we use it when we're talking about the future. Here we use will. We always use will in the first conditional. Will you go to the party if they invite you? Okay, if they invite you. Will you go to the party if they invite you? Yes, I'll go to the party if they invite me. Will they play if it rains? Football, for example. Will they play if it rains? Okay, remember, there's a very common error here, which is putting the if with the word will. We never say if with will. We never say if I will study. If I will, nunca, nunca. Never, okay? If I study, I will learn. If I will study, nunca. No se puede decir eso, ¿vale? If I study, I will learn. Si tú no lo haces, ¿quién lo hará? If you don't do it, who will? Who will? If you don't do it, who will? Le hablaré si me dejan. I'll talk to them if they let me. I'll talk to them, I will, with the contraction. I'll talk to them if they let me. Si llueve, nos mojaremos. If it rains, we'll get wet. We will get wet. So now, in the question, will we get wet if it rains? Will we get wet? Will we? Mojaremos? Si llueve? Will we get wet if it rains? Yes, we will get wet if it rains. También se puede cambiar el orden. You can change the order. We can say, we will get wet if it rains. Or, if it rains, we will get wet. Okay? Now, answer my questions in the affirmative. Will you quit if they cut your salary? The money you earn, will you quit? Will you leave your job? Will you quit if they cut your salary? Yes, I'll quit if they cut my salary. Will you bring your umbrella if it rains? Yes, I'll bring my umbrella if it rains. Will you help me if I need your help? Yes, I'll help you if you need my help. Will they complain if we make too much noise? Yes, they'll complain if we make too much noise. Will you go to the doctor if you break your arm? En voz alta. Yes, I'll go to the doctor if I break my arm. I'll go to the doctor. I will go to the doctor. I'll go to the doctor if I break my arm. Will someone else host the show if I'm sick? Maybe Alberto? Yes, someone else will host the show. If you're sick, Kyle, yes. Will you study if I ask you to? Yes, Kyle, of course. We will study if you ask us to. Oh, thank you. Good idea. Studying is very, very important. Okay. Let's try a few sentences of translation here. Le veré si eso es lo que quieres. I'll see him if that's what you want. The next one, lo traerán tan pronto como se lo pidas. Tan pronto como. Theirs is a little bit different. Here we say, they'll bring it as soon as. Tan pronto como. As soon as. You ask them for it. They will bring it as soon as you ask them for it. ¿Qué pasará si pierdo una clase? What will happen if I miss a class? What will happen? What'll happen if I miss a class? Vocabulary of the day. All right, it is time for our vocabulary of the day. Our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word today, acuerdo. Acuerdo. Agreement. Agreement. Vale. De acuerdo. All right. All right. Siempre. Always. Always. Cuando quieras. Anytime. Anytime. Despacho. Office. 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 Okay. Despacho. Office. Very good. All right, those are our 5 words of vocabulary. By the way, do you remember the word of the day? Poseer. The verb to own. To own. Very good. All right, let's move on and try translation list number 21. Translation. Yes, it is time for the translation list. Starting now, list number 21. Number 1. Este libro es mío. Este libro es mío. En voz alta, this book is mine. But be careful, we're not saying this. No, this. This book is mine. Very good. Number 2, aquella silla es tuya. That chair is yours. That chair is yours. Practicing with some possessive pronouns here. Yours. That chair is yours. Number 3. Estos bolígrafos son de él. These pens are his. Number 4. Aquellas flores son de ella. Those flowers are hers. Number 5. Este coche es nuestro. This car is ours. Number 6. Estos periódicos son de ellos. These newspapers are theirs. These newspapers are theirs. Number 7. El mío y el tuyo son iguales. Mine and yours are the same. Mine and yours are the same. Number 8. El tuyo está al lado del mío. Yours, ¿cómo es? En voz alta. El tuyo está al lado del mío. Yours is next to mine. Very good. Yours is next to mine. Next to. Next to. Now, not close to. Close to, no, eso no vale. Not close to. Close to es cerca de. But here we have next to, al lado de. Number 9. El de él es caro también. His is expensive too. Number 10. El mío es bastante barato. Mine is quite cheap. Mine is quite cheap. Number 11. Soy una persona callada. I'm a quiet person. I'm a quiet person. And finally, number 12. Mis padres son del mismo país que los tuyos. My parents are from the same country as yours. My parents are from the same country as yours. Now, let's practice again with this list. But now what I want to do is change the sentence into the interrogative. So number 1, this book is mine. Let's change it to the interrogative. Is this book mine? Okay. The affirmative, this book is mine. The interrogative, is this book mine? The negative, this book isn't mine. Okay, number 2, that chair is yours. And in the negative? First in the negative, that chair isn't yours. Very good. And in the interrogative, is that chair yours? Very good. Now, number 3, these pens are his. In the negative, these pens aren't his. Affirmative, they are his. Negative, they aren't his. Interrogative, changing the word order. Are these pens his? Number 4, those flowers are hers. In the negative, those flowers aren't hers. And in the interrogative, are those flowers hers? Very good. Number 5, este coche es nuestro. This car is ours. In the negative, this car isn't ours. And in the interrogative, is this car ours? Excellent. Number 6, these newspapers are theirs. In the negative, these newspapers aren't theirs. And in the interrogative, are these newspapers theirs? Are these newspapers theirs? All right, very good. One more time, our word of the day today was the verb to own. Every day I own. Yesterday I owned. Lately I have owned. This is a regular verb. Poseer, the verb to own. Own. O-W-N. Okay, good job today. Thank you so much for listening. I think you've done a very good job. And I would like you to keep listening. We're going to take a break, but I will be back with the intermediate class in just a few minutes. See you soon. Bye-bye.